So, the Road America GridLife recap for my last event of the season was not all that much fun. We had a fog delay, and we wound up getting kind of rushed for time attack, and ended up going out on a still partially damp track, and I had forgotten to turn my shocks up, which meant that I had zero feedback whatsoever from the tires. It was like trying to drive the car around where you had no idea what the heck kind of grip levels there were, and pretty much led to about the 3.5 or 4 laps that we did where I was very stressed out. It was the first time I've gotten out of the car and not been okay, which after talking to a lot of other people, apparently it happens. It's the first time it's happened to me, and it really kind of took me by surprise. After that, I was really paranoid about the car, and I'd finally realized what I had done about the shocks. But then when rotating the tires, because I had 2 fresh ones, which I started out with them on the back because I was worried about how wet the track was. I moved them to the front because the track was drying out. And while doing that, realized I had some pretty aggressive taper on the brake pads. They were pretty worn out. And I had a few cracks that were starting. There's some cracks that are starting to get kind of bad, but I mean, that one's not too bad. But that one's really starting to concern me. I had new rotors, so I put those on, and Dewey was able to get me hooked up with another set of brake pads by the end of the day in order to make the last session, which I did, and I went out and felt a lot better about the car. But because of the delays, we were only getting 2 laps. Put together an okay lap. I mean, it was a new PB for me, but it was nowhere near the full potential of what the car could do. Sunday morning, it was wet, like it was really wet, and I was just like, nope, I just want to, ended up being open time attack sessions, so I went out, and I just want to make laps and try to get more comfortable with the track, because just after kind of getting unnerved on Saturday there, it was just, I'll take all the laps I can get just to try to get more comfortable. And I went out, and eventually I was getting better and better each lap even with it wet. I mean, turn 3 was absolute ice, like just kind of roll through it, don't even think about touching the throttle, and minimal steering input. And I was just going out, and I was getting more comfortable and starting to get a little more aggressive on it, and the brakes locked up on the rears going into turn 8, and at which point it started bucking really hard, and before I could get the throttle revved up or get the clutch pushed in, just heard snap, grind, and all the gears were gone. Coasted to a stop, and I was pretty sure that I had broke a U-joint in the drive shaft, but after getting towed back to the pits, drive shaft was fine. Putting the trans in gear, it locks like it's in gear, but the engine will run fine, and I absolutely have no drive. So and then third gear's all kind of bound up, like it won't go in correctly, which is the gear it was in when it broke. So I'm pretty sure he either grenaded the clutch or broke the input shaft, or both, or maybe the whole transmission's toast. I don't know. But it's the end of the year. I'm pretty bummed out about how the weekend went, but considering how many other cars ended up in the wall over the weekend, and hey, I still got to bring mine home in mostly one piece. At least all the body panels are straight. Guess I should feel a little better about that, but I don't know. It's the first time I've had kind of a bum weekend, but it's also been 5 or 6 events in the last 2 months. Like, it's been a lot. I'm tired. I'm ready for a winter break and try to sort out some more upgrades for the car and figure out what